Joseph Lancia, along with 3 high-ranking officials from the Ministry of Defense, walked into the room. One of the
I'll
men
take
was none other than General Kruger, the chief of the armed forces. Joseph made his way towards the table, while the others stood by the door. So who's going to be Joseph?
Mr. President.
Okay, Eterno is going to be this bald guy.
The Joseph man? Okay.
Now he is also having some different visions than the old guard, if I remembered. So I think this guy is more of an old guard, and he's a bit open for change more, and this Falcon is not, if I remember correctly from last time. But we will see.
Be Kruger, or are you gonna do Kruger Dutchy?
You should do Kruger.
I will do Kruger, I guess.
Okay.
No, I mean, I think because you have the president, so.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So James is gonna do Kruger then. Okay. Let's begin.
I brought General Kruger with me due to the escalations on our border.
General Kruger stepped forward and saluted. He had a strong jaw with sharp cheekbones. His tall stature, uniform and medals combined with his deep and intense stare made him look threatening. He was in his 70s, yet he had a bulky body that was a result of his commando training. Not only was he the second most decorated officer in Sordland, he was also the longest serving. Should we salute him? Maybe he doesn't like it. I'm gonna say General Kruger. General Kruger?
Mr. President, it is an honor.
Joseph tapped his foot impatiently. He seemed uneasy with the presence of another high-ranking officer in the room.
Oh, this is my other. Gentlemen, thanks for coming to this significant gathering. Let's begin.
Joseph and Falcon took their seats at the table, while the rest of the officers stood by the door.
Mr. President, the situation at the western and northern borders towards Rumburg is very tense. We are observing deployments of divisions close, sir, to our border.
Why is it actually doing this? Okay, well.
Rumburg has been acting increasingly expansionist in the past decades and also interfered in Agnolia, but now they have turned their sights on us.
Ooh. I trust the capabilities of our armed forces to handle any threats. Or 2. This concerns me very much. Why would it not concern you? Or 3. What is your current strategy?
3, I think will give you the most information.
Yeah.
Question marks usually give you a lot of information.
That's good.
Patrolling close to our borders with our border force and keeping Army Reserve divisions near.
It seems like they want to increase the pressure both externally and internally.
Who was Kruger again? James, right?
Yes. Mr. President, if I may.
Please, General.
Picture is becoming clearer. The latest information from the interior about the weapons caches, and now there's an active military built up close to our borders. The entire situation was analyzed by our general staff, and our prediction is a future territorial incursion by Rumburg.
I have complete trust in the general staff. Or 2, the threat is exaggerated. Or 3, let them come, we will give them hell.
3, not 3. No.
Definitely 3.
Oh my god. I'm gonna go 1. Yeah, Nucleus, we're gonna go for 1.
You gotta distract your populace somehow.
Do we have nuclear weapons? I don't think so.
No, we don't.
No, it's 56. Oh wait, they are nuclear weapons in 56.
Yeah,
maybe
are.
we get them later or something, I don't know. I have complete trust in the general staff, but I don't. I have to click it.
You can trust me, Dutchy, don't worry. We will not let you down, Mr. President. The general staff is composed of the smartest military individuals. I require an increase in the military budget to enlist more soldiers. Only then can stand strong against our enemies. The enlarged armed forces will hold them at bay.
Vulcan is right. We do need an increase to the military budget. Although we don't see eye to eye on exactly how to spend the budget, that much we agree on.
I have my concerns about Rumburg, too. We need strong allies to withstand such a superior power. They are our nemesis.
That's an understatement. Times are changing and war is coming, Mr. President. Whether you like it or not, we must be prepared. During the election, you said nothing about focusing on our military. I asked you to reconsider and increase the military budget. The future and safety of Sordland is in your hands.
There it is. There it is.
1. I am a man of my words, Joseph. 2. Maybe you're right. Defense of our nation is more important. Or 3. As you said, times change, Joseph. We will see. We will see. So I'm just saying, yeah, whatever. Now I want to do something else.
Maybe 1? I don't know.
I think I have.
Number 3.
Yeah.
Number 3.
Times change. That's the best argument in every debate you go. Times changed, or with the knowledge we have now, and then you can always change your opinion. It's fantastic. Okay, let's go with 3 then. Times change. It's always very nice. As you said before, times change. We will see. A smile brought a glimmer of hope on Joseph's face. We got it. Oh, there's Kruger again.
Our forces would crumble under a decrease, and Rumburg would be much more compelled to exploit our weakness. Our country hasn't fallen to any invading force for 200 years. You cannot let it happen, Mr. President. We should find regional allies like Volksland or Lesbia to deter Rumburg. There are several options on the table.
Rumburg wouldn't attack any nation allied with any superpower.
That is true. Number 1 is true.
2. Sordland must stand on its own 2 feet and be able to defend itself. Or 3. These options should be considered. What does that mean? What do they mean? These options should be considered.
With the options of the alliance to the regional allies.
I think that's what it means.
Yeah, but then we have to ally with. But then we have to ally with the Soviets, right?
Not necessarily.
Or can we still ally with the Americans, even with our planned economy?
I can tell you as much. Valgasland is allied to is inside the Comintern, and Lesbia is inside NATO.
A socialist republic situated on the island.
Is that the one with the strong navy?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, and Lesbia was the... we want Soviet then? I don't know. I'm just gonna click 3. These options should be considered.
They should be considered, but why pander to others when we can solve these issues ourselves?
We have no true friends outside these borders.
Everyone fell silent when a soldier entered the room and let Joseph Lancia know that a call had come through from the ministry.
Excuse me, Mr. President.
Joseph left the room to answer. A few minutes later he entered the room again. His expression had changed. No, it did not.
There has been a Rumburgian military activity close to the Narbel border. I just spoke to the local commander. Vulcan, we should go to the ministry and get further updates from our branches.
Understood. Raising military readiness is the first call of action. If there is truly an extraordinary attempt, we will relay it to you immediately and wait for further orders, Mr. President.
Make sure they know we are observant and ready. Or 2, go and show them the might of the Swedish armed forces. All.
On to.
3,
No.
your service is appreciated, gentlemen. 4, remain calm. Make sure not to escalate things further. Nobody wants war.
War! War! War!
We want war! 4 is the most easiest option ever.
Or is the easiest option?
I mean, you can also sit in your bunker and say, remain calm! We will not escalate anything further. That's very easy to say. So, we are gonna click it.
Yes. Good decision.
We will exercise utmost caution, Mr. President.
Hail Sordland!
Hail!
They saluted and left the room. I want some 07s in the chat.
Yes, 07s.
All 7.
Rumburg was already testing us, and the reports from the interior indicate interference inside our borders. Communists, nationalism, bloodish rebels, Rumburg expansionism. What was next? Sordland had always been a key piece in the chessboard of the global rivalry between Arcasia and United Continental. So Arcasia was the USA, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
Yes.
these were the Soviets. They are maybe meddling in our country. But in the recent years, there was no such aggression from Rumburg. Not at these levels, at least. All it takes is one tiny spark to start the flames of war. The phone rang. Rumburg had decided to close their consulate in Lackhaven.
No.
RIP. RIP, everything is going down.
No. It was nice knowing you.
Who says that the Americans aren't meddling in our affairs as well?
It's true.
Ooh. So where are the Americans on the map? So this is Rumburg, the north.
The 2 superpowers are not on the map. They have local allies, that being Valgesland and Arcasia. Arcasia is to the south.
So
Then you have
Lesbia
the-
was the Soviets, right?
Lesbia is the Americans.
Oh, these are the Americans.
Not the Americans themselves, an ally of the in
Ally
NATO.
of the Americans.
Yes.
The Americans and Soviets are not on the map right now.
No.
I like Agnolia, they are Dutch.
Oh yeah, they are.
They are only after money, I think. Okay, how do I
That's why
know?
they're
Because I'm a
Dutch.
Dutchie. Let's go
Exactly.
over all the news things. Let's see, Sordland today. Rumors of an infrastructure project. Okay, we are gonna get meetings for an infrastructure project. If true, this is great news. Companies like
We get a
Underhall
geopolitical one.
Construction win the bid. Wait, we still have this meeting that we need to do. When do we get that one? Gang violence claims young girl's life. 15-year-old girl was shot dead in Narble as she walked her dog a few blocks away from her apartment.
Damn.
Occurred in an area affiliated with the gang Coranelli. Was a reckless act of violence. They yelled gang slogans at him on the street. Okay. Bible thumb. Radical, 1927, never again. Oh, about Colonel Soll again. Yeah, we don't want bloodshed again. Blah 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 blah. And The Economist. Underhall Construction once again, number 1. Number 1 construction company of the year by the reputable statics Sordland. This was the 11th time the company was selected for the top spot in a row since Chris Schaar was appointed as CEO. And the geopolitical, Rumburg closes consulate. Yeah, we know that already. All right.
You missed a newspaper article on the Radical.
Oh, there were two.
The truth behind the economic crisis.
We have seen this scenario played before. Large corporate businesses time and time again receives money from the government under the disguise of helping the economy. But what about the people? Many in the neglected regions still do not have electricity or fresh water. Really?
This is bad.
And they are the lucky ones. There is a growing housing crisis and people are on the streets begging for food in the year of 1954. Why are we not opening our money printer? No, we are a planned economy. We cannot do that, right?
And the 14% inflation as well.
But we are printing so much money right now in our world. We actually printed 20 to 30% of all the currency in only this year. Why are we not doing it? Inflation is just a matter of time. That will come later.
Just a number. Then you can decrease it with admin points. Everyone knows that.
Yeah, we need admin points for that. Reduce inflation. Click.
We lost a point in the economy.
What?
You haven't noticed.
No, we lost a point of economy. Uh-oh.
That's not good.
Also, I think in your...
Oh, this is glowing.
Is it? In your codex, you can...
Nationwide revolt. We have a nationwide revolt.
Oh, heck.
Pressure from Rumburg. Everyone is cranky. Everyone.
Can you check your journal real quick? Click on your turn 1. There you go. Now we can see what you...
I mean, I actually invested in the industry.
Yeah, that's true.
Friction creates diamonds. Oh god.
Yeah, that's true. It's true. Pressure.
Okay, what do we have on the map now? Something is happening over here. In Valen. Who was that again? Warned traitors. The latest diplomatic message from the leader of Valen warned us, regarding a pathway from the mountains of Bergia that allowed traitors of the state escaping to Sordland. President Viktor Smolak has demanded that the border security to be increased. He also sent his best wishes about handling the protests in Sordland. So he is not cranky on us, right?
No. If we don't help him, he will be cranky.
But they are a very fragile country. Why are we not invading him?
Because we're also fragile, Mr. President.
Oh, yeah. Thanks for reminding me.
No.
What do we have here? A report from Vesord. United Cortana Embassy helped protesters. Around midnight, Red Youth protesters clashed with young swords at Vesord city center, resulting in many injuries. The counter-protesters were cornered in front of the United Cortana. I always say Cortana, it's Contana. Embassy after they were pushed back by the police. The embassy opened its doors and Red Youth members escaped inside. The police are still waiting outside the building for the return of Red Youth members.
Right? It's very bad.
When do we get some positive news? What is going on in this world? Why are we actually president?
I don't know.
Let's read the report from Holzort first. Arcasia develops first ICBM. Intelligence reported Arcasia has successfully completed the Missile 4, an intercontinental ballistic missile which has the estimated capability to accurately destroy targets of thousands of kilometers range. Arcasian missile capabilities have significantly increased, posing a threat to territories that are further away from Western Marcopia.
They're the nukes.
We have nukes.
Well, they have nukes.
Let's react to the unrest. A decision to address the instability in the nation. The political situation around the country has escalated. Chief Strategist Lucien Galade has prepared several action plans that we can execute. What will we do to address the intensifying political climate? 1. Call for restraint on national television. I think we are past that point. 2.
Yes, I agree.
Visit affected towns in person. We don't want to get killed.
That
3.
is true.
Label all protesters as traitors. They are gonna kill us again. 4.
They're gonna lose it.
Expand the police by deploying all recruits in training.
Okay, so our police is already overburdened to
That's true.
lock up
5.
even more people.
Reject the plans.
Best one there, in my opinion, is 2.
Oh, nothing
because
is
it's
going
really
on.
dangerous.
We just reject the plans.
Number 2 is definitely the best one. Because
Yeah.
like a national television one would be safe, but it's less effective. The affected towns would put you in at risk, but not that much.
Shows the people that you care, though.
Okay, we're gonna visit the towns in person.
It's better than doing nothing.
Oof. News article. President Rayne talks to protesters. That's us, by the way, for people that don't know. President Anton Rayne, this guy with the moustache, visited towns around Greater Holsworth and Groenie regions, which were heavily affected by the protests and riots that popped up around the country, triggered by the death of Circus. He was seen talking to the protesters and listening to the concerns of the citizens. This sends a powerful message to Swedish citizens that the government is walking among them and listening to their problems. Does that mean that we did not die? Holsworth
I
is
think you were
desperately
alive.
trying to restart Sordland's economy after the recession, and this political unrest is not helping, said the professor. Yeah, I think you don't have to ask a professor for that. It's always very nice on television when they give interviews about your ministers. Oh, we have a very bad situation. As if we don't know. No, the minister has to say it. Oh, you don't have to. Okay, there we go. End of day at the Maroon Palace. It was late in the evening. The Maroon Palace was finally getting somewhat quiet when I returned to my office at the top. I eagerly approached my chair and sprawled out on it. It had been an exhausting day, just like every day since I took office. We are not gonna light a cigarette, we were stopping.
Yes, for the sun.
Don't be a hypocrite.
I think just 3 or 4. I don't.
Whiskey.
Whiskey? Okay, whiskey.
Whiskey.
I poured a little whiskey for myself and I had a sip. It felt like the best solve after a long day of work. I glanced downwards out the window and saw Serge and the guards waiting for me by the main gate. I heard a couple of knocks on the door. My secretary, Livia Suno, entered. Who's gonna be Livia?
I'll do Livia if you want me to.
Yes.
Mr. President, Mr. Tusk is here to see you.
Oh, Mr. Tusk was a millionaire businessman, investor, and the current spokesman of the Lothberg Group. You are gonna put your money and give people houses and drink water.
You had a meeting with the Lothberg spokesman. I'm so sorry for not giving you proper notice.
Oh, this is the most successful company? Okay. Don't worry about it. Or 2, do your job properly next time. Do you expect me to keep track of everything myself? Smack. Or 3, I was just about to leave. Maybe we can postpone the meeting.
Silence, woman. That's basically what number 2 is like.
Yes,
this game is very... I don't know how to put that, but...
1950s style.
It's the 1950s.
2050s. I don't know. Do you want to go home? You could do 3 if you want to go home, or if you
no,
want to
we are
keep
not
doing.
going home. Don't worry about it.
Thank you for your understanding.
After a moment, Mr. Tusk swaggered into the room.
I'll do him.
I'd met Sordland's most prominent businessman once or twice, but never alone. He's gonna bribe us. He knows that we are in this situation. He's gonna bribe us. He had a large jaws, blindingly shiny shoes, and the air of someone who was used to getting his way.
Anything to drink, Mr. Tusk? Water? Whiskey?
Cognac, preferably from before you were born, sweetheart.
Check the supply room.
Livia backed out of the office, shooting me an apologetic look as she did so. Walter hung up his head, which I could see was lined with mink. He fixed me with a long, hard stare, then broke into a toothy grin.
Toothy.
Toothy, yeah.
Good evening, Mr. President. I am here to congratulate you.
We both sat down.
My business partners and I wish you a successful term as the leader of our nation.
Get to the point, Mr. Tusk. Why are you really here? I'm gonna nod. Because we know that he's not done with what he wants to say.
I had no chance to say this at the ball with all the panic. But we are very much looking forward to working with you, if you know what I mean.
Likewise. Or 2. Thank you. Thank you. No. 3. Why is it that you're really here, Mr. Tusk? Should we now go to the point? Should we just press 3?
I think 3.
I mean, we are just checkmated right now. We can't do anything else than listen and get his help, I think, because we are broke. Why is it that you're really here, Mr. Tusk?
I see you are not very welcoming, Mr. President. I merely congratulated you. I see no reason to necessitate rudeness.
Forgive me, I don't want to be rude. Long day. Or 2. I don't believe I'm being rude. Time is money after all, isn't that right?
Number 2 is good because it sounds like he's going to try to bribe you.
Indeed. But we aren't quite broke. We have personal wealth and we still have a budget left.
You
Just
go
the
with
economy.
2.
It is true.
I don't believe I'm being rude. Time is money after all, isn't that right? Walter took a conspicuous look at the diamond and crusted watch on his wrist.
Yes, that's true. But at the same time, patience and humility are important virtues for a man in your
Who
position.
is he to tell how I have to behave as a president?
You are the president, after all. May I continue?
I cannot say no.
No, you're not supposed to.
I'm just gonna nod.
I'd like to build a profitable relationship between us. That being said, there are some concerns of mine and the people I represent, which I would like to take this opportunity to clear up.
I'm listening, or what are these concerns? Or 3, the people you represent. You mean those filthy oligarchic criminals of you?
Criminals. He represents the Rumburg group, we know that.
Oh yeah, those are not criminals, but they have a lot of money.
Oligarchs, yes.
I'm listening.
The ruined state of the economy in Sordland has influenced everyone. The recession hit us hard.
Walter pulled out a box of cigars from his jacket. We are not gonna smoke.
I had these brought from Lesbia, the best cigars in the whole continent. Would you like to try one?
You go ahead, I don't want to smoke. Or 3, I'd rather not have you smoke here.
Ooh, very confrontational.
You can
Yes,
be
3 makes
confrontational
you-
again. Are we gonna let the oligarch go away?
I think 3 if you want to show who's in charge.
Stretchjet is saying 2.
Both are good, 2 or 3.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for 2. Walter grabbed himself a cigar and lit it. He looked out towards the city scenery as he puffed away. Yeah, that's what oligarchs do. They are puffing away all the day.
I heard you had purchased stock from Armandine Industries in Arcasia. Smart buy. They're developing new gadgets that are going to be profitable.
With risk comes reward. I expect a very good return on investment. Or 2. Spend money to make money, they say. Let's see if it holds true. 3. I figured why not take the chance. 2.
Spend money to
2.
make money. You'll be surprised at what one can achieve given the resources in capitalism. I will buy a couple of thousands of shares too to expand my portfolio. Hope the investment pays off for the both of us, President.
His eyes wandered away for a moment.
The assassination and the troubles between the left and the right are worrying, but the recession is the root cause of these issues.
He's not wrong.
For us, it is worrying to see that you have decided to promote a planned economy.
That was not me, that was Twitch chat.
Twitch chat, Mr. Tusk. It's not the president's fault.
1. The recession was triggered by the market reforms of Alfonso. 2. We need more government control to fix the economy. 3. I don't mind that we disagree on the economy. Do we have to go back for a promise?
To be fair, if the economy's fixed, I really don't think the people mind what kind of economy we have.
Indeed. Depends how you want to achieve it, after all.
Yes, exactly. So you could go back on your promise, but it would have to pay out for the people, because if it doesn't, then very bad things.
So we can just stick with 2. Because that is what we are
You're
doing.
just talking at the moment. You're not making any decisions.
Yeah, you're just kind of going along.
You'll definitely know when you're actively doing policy. I'm telling you that. At the moment, we're just gathering information.
We need more government control to fix the economy.
Do you really, though? Our government is already overburdened with managing several key industries, with the loss of efficiency.
He leaned forward in the chair.
The highway investment was a good call, but there was more to gain in the high-speed rail, especially for business logistics.
The England... Oh, it was England and now it's England? The England region was in dire need of investment. 2. Our goal was to focus on the needs of the people, not businesses. 3. The intention of the administration is to boost the economy. 4. I don't want to disclose our intentions to an outsider.
I think 2.
Yeah, that's the honest answer.
Yep.
But it will piss him off.
It will.
Oh, what are we gonna do?
I think just 2. I don't know. It depends on if you
One
want
is a
to align
dated
yourself with them.
question.
1. The region was in dire need of investment. Yes, that's perfect answer.
And the most important goal is to divert investments where most profits can be made for the treasury. We can be close allies. The group can help you get Sordland out of the recession, which will be the key problem to solve in your term and could determine your re-election. Let's start with a gesture of goodwill, shall we? Soon the investment project contract will be awarded to one of the 3 main contenders.
He pulled a check out of his pocket and slid it towards me on the table. My personal bank details were listed on it with a deposit of 500,000 Sordland Rayne ready to be transferred. This was 6 months of a president's salary.
If the contractors somehow awarded to underhold construction, they would not only work hard, but deliver it also on time. What do you think, Mr. Rayne? Wouldn't that be good?
He put his index finger on the check. There was a noise by the door. Livia was standing there holding a tray with a bottle and 2 glasses.
I'm so sorry, Mr. Tusk, but all I could find was a 1942 souvenir. I hope that's acceptable.
He quickly put the tray on my desk and walked out. Tusk eyed her as she left.
Remind me to visit your office more often. Now, where were we? Do we have a deal?
Indeed, Mr. Tusk, I'm looking forward to our future transactions. Take the bribe. 2. Not yet. We both know you can do better than that amount. 3. No. I will make my own decisions. 4. Did you just try to bribe the President of Sordland? I refuse.
You can do better than that, obviously.
Should we click it?
What?
Taking the bribe or trying to get more from the bribe?
Trying to get more.
Definitely you have to get more. Like, he has a diamond watch and he just tried to bribe you with nothing?
If you want to take the bribe, I would say take as much as possible. Because you're in trouble no matter what, so might as well just get as much money as possible.
Yeah,
People are saying go free. Free. Go free. I think you should go for 2, so you don't have given your approval for anything.
That is true. What are you gonna do, President Dutchy?
It's up to you, Mr. President. I'm just the secretary.
I'm gonna go 2 for now. You get
You're
more.
right about that. I'll make this my final offer.
He pulled out another check with a smile. This time 1 million Sordland Rayne was listed on the piece of paper. If he can double the amount with such low pressure for me, he can also make it 2 million.
I'm pretty sure yes.
1. I accept the offer.
Number 2.
Until you come back with a better offer, the answer is no. I think I'm gonna click it. 3. Here's my final offer. Do not try to bribe me again, or you will have to make your deals in a prison cell.
Number 2.
Maybe he's gonna leave with it now, if I say 2.
Who else is he gonna bribe, though?
He wants something from us.
We're the only person that can give him what he wants.
Indeed.
So...
If you gotta
2.
go back on morals, you gotta make it worth it. Damn it. Very
Worst thing in
well.
the world.
We will be in touch. I still think this was a good start for a beneficial partnership in the future.
So I turned him down, and he keeps sitting on my lap. What does he want?
He wants that you give him the contract.
He wants the full power of the country. Walter sighed and pulled the check away, putting it in his pocket. Mr. Tusk?
Oh, I almost forgot. Please say hello to Mr. Coronotti for me.
He smiled. I think it's this smile like from... I don't mean anything of it what I said. It was such a smile.
Have a good evening, Mr. President.
Walter stood up, grabbed his jacket and made his way towards the door. He closed the door behind him. I gathered my things and prepared to finally head home. As I walked out, I noticed Livia still there, covering up her typewriter for the evening. Livia.
James.
If I may be so bold, Mr. President, did you accept his offer? Oh no, she heard us. Oh no.
1. That is absolutely none of your business. Smack. 2. Of course I didn't. How could you even ask me that? Or 3. Do not ever speak about it again. You didn't see anything. See you later, Orandom. Did we just do 2? Of course I didn't. How can you ask me?
Yeah, 2's best.
Of course I didn't. How could you even ask me that?
Olivia.
The other girls have told me about all kinds of dealings that went on during the Alfonso administration. I wasn't sure if you were that kind of president.
I most certainly am not. 2, don't worry your pretty head about it.
Oh no.
I'm gonna go 1. She and I took a moment to look out over the lights of the city before heading to the elevators. Oh, I thought there was some lovemaking coming, but no, there's not.
Yeah,
Maybe
Oh
okay,
my god, no.
Okay. What is this is the next chapter, right? Or yeah,
Not
this is
quite.
turn 2.
Turn 2.
I
yes.
rejected a bribe from the oligarchs. They wanted me to give the contract to Underhall Construction. We can still give it to them and show the oligarchs that I am the one who makes decisions. I just go for the best one, without bribes. But we will see when it's time.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
You guys continue.
Let's check the news. Kibble suggests expanding executive powers. Leader of the National Front Party? Yes. Suggested that the new constitution should expand executive powers, adding fuel to the debate over the possibility of reforming the 1929 constitution. Pointed out the current dire situation of Sordland and emphasized the need of a strong leadership. The current constitution suggests the division of executive power between the cabinet and the president, who has no immunity before the courts for acts of treason and unconstitutional behaviors during office. In the system suggested by the NFP, the president would have absolute immunity before the courts, and it is the president who would chair the cabinet. It is not clear yet whether this suggestion would spark further debate in the Reform Committee with the People's Freedom and Justice Party and the USP, United Sordland Party. That's our party.
Okay.
The PFJP proposal had suggested that the president should have no presidential degrees might result in the abolishment of the assembly and take the country to an early election. By the independents' counter-proposal, give a similar power to the parliament, take down the president. That detail was not shared with the press in yesterday's press conference. They are trying things.
Things are happening.
The Leghaven Times, reform demands gain popularity. Demands for reform are gaining more popularity than ever. Latest public opinion reports show that the majority of the people want changes in the governmental structures. Public trust in the Grand National Assembly and the Supreme Court is at an all-time low. Okay. You need 150 signatures, then reach the needed 166 votes. And the Radical Workers' Party Solidarity March. Oh god. The pro-minority, the Workers' Party of Bludia, rally in the Bloodish majority city of El Zaren attract a large audience. The gathering was heavy on flags and banners whipping in the rain and chill wind as the gatherers declared solidarity with the one who died. Why does this look like Italy? Yeah, it looks a bit like South Europe or Latin America-ish. That's true.
Yeah. Yeah, it does.
It's just Latin. Speaker what is wrong with your face? British member of Assembly who is standing as the leader of the independents in the Grand National Assembly. Alright. That was the news. Now we have some reports over our country. What something is in a land work. Oh, the highway is getting built. Yeah, he got some landing space. The finalization of the H3 highway contract. Oh! I think we need a turn over this. After driving through the cliffside roads, we arrived in Lencourg. Their cheerful citizens greeted us, and the local government officials escorted us to the city hall. Here, a significant meeting about the H3 project would take place. Several construction companies sent their representatives to the city hall. Even though Gus Manger couldn't make the meeting, I had Simon Hall and Lilius Graf by my side, so we have Hall, the Minister of Economy, and Graf, Minister of Interior.